Welcome, everyone, to the Simply Sarah Show. My name is Sarah Tuck, and I will be your host for today. Today, our guest will be Stephen White, and he will be talking to us about his music and how he got started. And so, we ask that each and every one of you grab you a cup of coffee or a drink or something to eat, and that you sit back and relax and watch the show. So we'll be right back after this commercial. Oh, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Welcome back, everyone, to the Simply Sarah Show. And I'm very glad to have our special guest on today. His name is Stephen White, and better known as Stevie G. He likes to be called. So, and his music is under Stevie G, a lot of it, but I'm going to let him talk to you all about that. And so, welcome to the show, Mr. Stevie White.
Hi, how you doing,
I'm
Sarah?
doing great. And we're very glad to have you on today. And we just want you to be able to feel comfortable and just share with us something about you and yourself and how you got started.
Well, first of all, let me thank you for having me on.
You're very
And
welcome.
well, I've been singing since I was a kid, but I didn't really start pursuing music till maybe 6, 7 years ago, 8 years ago. I was raising kids, working. I didn't have time for it. So, but it's always been a passion of mine. The music, it's not so much money. I'm not looking at the money. If it comes, it comes. But if it doesn't, it doesn't. It's just the passion and the compassion that I have for music. And I like all genres, with the exception of a few, but most of them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm from New Jersey. I'm born in Plainfield, New Jersey, and raised in Plainfield, New Jersey. I still live in New Jersey now. So yeah, music is my love. It's like my wife. So that's my thing, music. And
Okay.
I'm really simple. I don't have a whole bunch to tell you about me, but I do love music, and that's why you called me on here about the music. So, let's do the music thing.
Yes, I did. You are one of my TikTok friends. And I was going through and I heard your music and I'm like, I'd like to incorporate that in my show. So when I asked you and you thought about it and then told me that I could, I was honored for you letting me be able to do that. And I thank you
Well,
from the bottom of my heart.
the honor goes the other way too. Thank you for even thinking and considering me to be on your show. I appreciate you.
You're very welcome. Can you tell us how you got started with music? Is this something that you grew up wanting to do, or did you see someone else and it inspired you and then you wanted to do it, or how did it come about?
Well, I've always been inspired by music. I mean, music is the catalyst for life to me. I mean, how much can you do without it? It's the setting for dinner. If you go out, it's the setting for movies. It's the setting for life. Everything that you think about in life, there's always a song related, some type of music related. So it's always been embedded in here. But as far as putting my music out, it took me a minute. So, I wrote a book first, a poetry book. And from that poetry book, the music stemmed out and I started writing songs. and I've always been able to sing. My mother used to have me come out and sing for her company when I was a little dude, you know,
Hmm.
and she used to make me sing a whole lot. So it's always been there. It's nothing new for me. It's just one of them things, you know, I just got a late start with it. That's all.
Okay. Was your mother a singer or, as well?
Yes, my mother could sing, yes.
Oh, okay.
We used to
So,
sing together a lot.
oh, well, that's good. That's good. And how many songs have you written?
I believe it's 21.
Is that how many albums or, I mean, records you have out?
No,
Uh,
I only have the one EP out and a single out right now.
okay.
And that's it. So I'm working on getting the album out.
Oh, you're working on, okay.
So yeah, I'm working on that. You know, it's actually in the process. So hopefully by the end of February, it should be completed. You know, pictures and album covers and all that stuff should be done. So yeah. Uh 21, yeah, I think it's 21 songs.
21 songs. Well, that's
Mhm.
good. That's good. So we will be hearing more music from you. That's good to know.
Without a doubt, you hear more music from me.
And
I'm
I
always
received,
writing.
huh?
I always write.
You're always right. I can relate to that. Me being a writer, of course, I write books though, but me being a writer, you always find something to write about. And I've started on 4 or 5 projects and I haven't finished them yet, but I do understand that and I can relate to that. So,
It
um,
takes a minute sometimes, you
it
know?
does. It does to gather all your thoughts and your information, and maybe you'll just think of something all of a sudden and you want to write about it, and then you'll come to a freezing point, and then you'll say, "Well, I'll get back to it later," and then something else will come up that it inspire you and want you to write it.
Right. I get in between songs too. So I know what you mean. You know, sometimes I'm writing one song, I get another idea, and then I'll start writing something else before I finish writing what I've already started writing. So I understand that. I completely do.
Yes, and it takes time. It's not something that you can do overnight. You know,
No,
do
no, it's
do you
not.
find it challenging at times? To like you said, we both have stopping points, but do you have it challenging at times to get started back or?
It's always challenging to write. You know, to me it is. It's always challenging, especially when you're writing songs, because a lot of times when I write, I don't write the melody in my head. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I write the lyrics first, and then I try to incorporate the melody to whatever music I'm using to do that track, that song. So it's challenging because that's challenging. Because you could write it down one way, but you might not be able to deliver it the way you write it
Write
down,
it down.
you know.
Yeah.
So it becomes a challenge at sometimes.
And I'll agree with that because it's the same way even as when I write my plays. I'll
Mm-hmm.
write it one way, but then after I think or I see them, reading it or acting it, I'm like, okay, I want to change this part right here, or I'll rewrite a little spot, or we'll add something to it. Maybe they'll give me their opinion, and I'll think about it, and we'll add something a little different. So yes, I do understand that. And you had brought a point out earlier that music are in movies and like plays and different things, and so that's what I did with your music, and they'll see it later that I
Mm-hmm.
used your music with one of my books to bring it out because I felt like what you were singing related to what I wrote, and
Okay.
I think it brought the book out more. So I made it into a commercial, to support you as well as support myself. Because
Right.
each time that someone looks on YouTube and watches this, they're gonna see your music. They're gonna see and hear your read about your music and hear
Right.
it, and this is gonna help you promote your music as well.
That's
So
true.
it's a
So I
way of
mean,
us helping.
when I saw the promo,
Go
I
ahead.
was like, that's pretty nice. You know, I enjoyed it.
Uh,
So thank you. That's a plug that I wasn't looking for, but I got it. So, you know,
Well, and that's what I was wanting to do. That's the reason why I'm like, I may not share everything all at once, but I like to surprise people a lot. And, to get their expression or what they have to say later, it blesses me because I know that I have put a smile on that person's face. And I
Right.
feel like I've done what God has wanted me to do because reaching out to people and helping them and putting smiles on their face and just making their day a little bit lighter than maybe what it was. Maybe they was having a bad day or going through something, and once they see something that I present to them, it changes their whole atmosphere.
Right. Well,
you
that's
know
that's the thing about writing songs too. You write songs that you want to touch people in a certain way. Or maybe it'll make them reminisce on something that happened, or maybe it's something that they can look forward to in their future. But as long as it touches somebody, then my job is good.
right,
It's because if it didn't touch people, if they didn't feel it at all, then I would feel like I'm wasting my time writing it, and it would just be for me. But it's not just for me; it's for people. It's for people to listen to and enjoy. It's entertainment. And, if it makes them recollect something, bad or good, because every song that I write is not about a happy ending. Some of it's about sad endings. So it depends. Relationships don't, when they end, they don't end because they were the best relationship. They ended because they had issues.
right.
So when you write about these things, it may make somebody look back. Because I wrote a song called Bye Bye Boo. And somebody said, "Oh, I mean, I got so many comments on it." And somebody said, "Oh, that sounds like my ex." Oh, you know. So I mean, I got tons of comments on it. But that was the purpose. It's the purpose for you to write a book. It's for yourself, it's for your self-appreciation, but it's also for the appreciation of others to see what type of reaction you get from what you write. And so far I'm happy with. On TikTok, my single got 300 and almost 319,000 views. So it did well. This new single that I have out. I don't know if you heard it, but it's not on the EP that I sent you on the CD.
No, but
But
I have heard it though.
yeah,
I didn't.
so it did very well on TikTok. I wish I could get it to do that well on YouTube.
Well, hopefully, with me promoting some more of your music, hopefully it will get even better and better and better. And you're most definitely right. When I write, I write the same way to hear the expression of others and to help bless others. They might be going through something, but when they read the material, they like, well, that's maybe something that they just went through, or they're
Right.
going through something at the time, and maybe it's just something in there that might have helped them. And if that happens, then it's like you said, we as writers, we have done our duty, you know of putting it out there.
And the question I get a lot from my writing is, are these life experiences for you? You know, is this something that happened in your life? Well, some of it, yeah. But some of it is just straight creativity. You know what I'm saying? You just sit down and you
Yes.
write. It don't have to be true. It can be true for the world, but maybe not for you. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So a lot of people ask me that question: what inspired me? What inspired me to write this, or what inspired me to write that? And a lot of times it's not inspiration, it's just creativity.
Right.
So, but
And see, with me in writing books, I can sit and listen to maybe one of your songs, and I might can write like a whole play because I'm
mm,
listening to the words and the music, and I can sit down, and that's how I write sometimes from what I
okay.
hear. I did a play like that one time. I was listening to, I forgot what the record was, and I was listening to some music, and I sat down and wrote a whole play off of it.
Okay.
And I was just tickled. So that's the reason why I said the song that I put with my book, your song, I
Mm.
think it matched with it well. And
So
that's what I was trying.
what song did you use again?
I would have to go back and see. I don't have that in front of me right now,
Okay.
and I
Well,
would have to
you're
go
gonna
back.
play it. You said
Yeah, I'm
later.
gonna
So
play it. The audience is gonna be able to see it later. It's gonna be in the show, and they're
okay.
gonna be able to hear your music and hear you talk on the end, and giving me permission to use your music, and I appreciate that. And I'm
No
gonna
problem.
use it as much as possible.
I said no problem. If you're
Well,
using my
good.
music to promote you, it's promoting me as well, like you
As
said. So
yeah, and that's what I say. It's kind of a way that we're scratching each other's back, as the old saying used to say,
right,
but we're also showing other people that, you know, we can support each other. There's different
right.
ways that we can support each other to help lift each other
Well,
up because
that's one thing that's very important is
right,
support.
because we all need support.
Yeah, I agree. I
Hmm.
agree. Most people like on YouTube, I subscribe to everybody that subscribes to me. On TikTok, I got 10,000 that I'm following, and I can't even get no more because they only allow you 10,000 that you can follow. But I got like 25, 26,000 following me. And I hear a lot of people talk on TikTok and say, well, I'm not following all those people. But I don't feel like I think if a person follows you, that's their support system.
Right,
And you should at least support back because just because you're doing something don't mean they're not, you
right,
know?
right. Exactly.
So I think support is very important.
I do too. That's the reason why I came there because someone was telling me about, well, why don't you put your plays and why don't you put your books on TikTok? And I'm like, okay. So I got in there and I didn't know what I was doing, but I got in there, got to moving stuff around and finally learned. So now I have quite a few followers and, like you said, and I follow others too. And I stop and I watch their work that a lot of them do. And they have some great work on there, you know.
There's some good talent on TikTok. It
And
really is.
I have told some of them, if you was here in my town, I'd have you in my play, or I have you
Yeah,
singing in my play.
I would do it too.
Yeah. So, but they're so far away, but we can still keep in communication around, the world, as to say. So that's what
Right,
I like about this is because when we share our material with others, we're not sharing it in one section, we're sharing it all over the world.
right. Because there's a lot more people on these streaming sites and these social media sites than there is walking around town for sure. They're from everywhere, from
They
all walks
are.
of life, all religions, you know. So you got a huge audience.
Mm-hmm.
But when I first started doing my lives, I was getting like 200 people at a time. But now I don't trickle down to like 50, 60 people. But it's all good because most of those people are people that support me that come out every week. You
Right.
know, every time my live pops up, they run in there. Man, I appreciate that. That's one of the best things about TikTok. I done gave up all these other ones for TikTok because I like TikTok better.
Yeah. I like it too. I don't get to stay on it as much because I'm either writing or if I'm not writing, I'm getting ready for the show. If I'm not writing material for the show or getting ready for the show or interviewing somebody. And now I've started this Intel travel business. And so I'll be making reservations and working with them in that. So I stay pretty busy sometimes, and sometimes, of course, I take my leisure time to rest and take care of myself. But most of the time, I'll see you on and I'll pop in for a few minutes. But if I don't stay long, I hope you don't take it offensive. It's because I
I
can't
don't.
stay long.
I don't take it offensive. You came in, that's the thing that counts.
Hmm.
You came in, you showed your support, you left. It doesn't matter how long you stay. I don't let that bother me. I got a lot of people who pop in and pop out.
Yeah.
Sometimes they pop in so fast, I don't even see them pop in. They pop in and pop out. I don't even know they're there.
Well,
So
that's good that they do, like you said, pop in though, because it does help. And a lot of times, the people leave, they leave messages on there, and so that's good because when you have time, you can always go back and respond to them. So you're still networking and still making communication with people.
right, you got it. That's true.
Hmm.
You're networking and you're making more people hear you. It's more people listening. The more people listen, the more people get the word out on you. So
Right.
it's a good thing. So I love TikTok. I really do. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah. I'm not either. Like I said, I don't have as many as you do on there, but I'm working my way up.
Hey, it took time for that. I
Yeah.
mean, well, I haven't been on TikTok a little over a year, maybe.
Okay.
So I haven't been on too long, but I really enjoy it. I really enjoy doing the lives. It's a lot of fun.
Well, I haven't did the live on there yet, but that's my goal this year is to do the live.
Well,
But
that's what you should be doing.
yeah, so but I'm busy doing it over here on YouTube and but I'm going to do some things different this year. So hopefully that's going to be one of them and I'll be able to do that.
I sold probably 200 CDs off of TikTok.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so it's for you. It's a good thing if especially if you got books and you're trying to promote your books. It's a good thing. Just sit in your chair like you're doing right now and keep that beautiful smile going and talk to people.
So
And you
thank
don't have no problem with that. So I mean, it shouldn't be that hard. You should get some because a lot of people like to read.
you. Hmm.
So if I was you, I would get on the lives as soon as possible.
Yeah. Well, like I
Yeah.
said, that's going to be one of my goals this year. And I think I think a little of it is, even though I'm talking now, I think a little of it's been because I have been shy. A
Mhm.
lot of people say shy. So yeah, I have been. So which I'm
I
coming out
can't
of that a
tell.
lot. I'm coming out of that a lot, but that's been some of it. And sometimes you have a gut feeling like, I can do this, but then you just shy back from it a little bit. And then finally you just one day you just go on and do it. Just like this. I didn't think I could do it, but then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go on and do it. And so now I'm doing it. So plus
Well,
I've been told I could do it.
you
So
know what they say, right? Closed mouths don't get
don't
fed,
get
right?
fed. So true. So
You got
true.
to get on there and do your thing. I'm looking forward to you. You let me know when you do and send
Okay.
me an invite.
I sure will. I sure will. And I will
I will
give,
definitely be on there supporting you.
well, I appreciate that. I really appreciate that.
And
And
and I'll make sure I bring some friends.
oh good. That's even better.
Mhm. Well, that's how it's done.
It is. It is. And that goes back to like what I was saying earlier, with us supporting each other, somebody else will see it and they see how we're supporting each other. We might trickle somebody else that wants to do it. Maybe a lot of people don't think that how much supporting each other is important.
But
And
it's
then
super
when you
important.
see somebody else do it and what they're doing for each other and how it's helping each other, then they think, well, I've been missing out. I need to start doing this.
That's
Somebody's
right.
got to
But
start somewhere and show people.
it's, it's a beautiful thing, man, when you got people supporting you. It makes you have some kind of good feeling inside when you got people supporting you. It really does. It brings on a beautiful feeling of appreciation.
Hmm.
And if you got a good product, then you need to get on there and start doing that
Right.
because you ain't getting no younger. You know that, right?
No, I'm not.
Okay. You might as well do it while you're feeling good about it.
Well,
So
that part is true. It is true. That's why I say I take time to take care of myself because I'm not a young chick anymore, as they say.
that's right. I'm not young neither. I'm probably older than you. I'm pretty sure I am.
Okay.
Unless you looking really good over there for your age.
Well, let's just say I'm older. I might not be as old as you, but I'm older.
Yeah, okay.
So,
don't be afraid to tell your age because God has blessed you with all these
oh
years.
yes, he's blessed me, and I thank God for my age. You know, I'm 62 years old because my husband passed away when he was 36. So
Wow,
I
that
used to
had to
tell
be hard.
people, you know, that if they ask, a lot of people ask me my age though, and some people though they be meddling, but I don't think you're meddling. But I'm just
I
like,
don't see a wrinkle. I'm looking, I don't see a blemish.
well, a lot of people
62.
say it's in our genes. My mother didn't look her age, even when she passed away. She didn't.
I got you about 4 years.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'll be 67 on my birthday.
Okay. Well, you don't look 67. So,
Yeah, that's what they tell me. I feel it though.
well, the same way with me.
We may
But
not look it. Black might not crack, not
yeah,
in certain things, but it's cracking in them knees when you stand up. I
I'm
know
telling you.
that. So,
Oh. Well, is there anything else that you would like to share with us today?
no, we covering our bases. I think we're doing all right. You do
Oh.
what you're doing. This is your show.
Okay, well, if you wanted to share something though, I didn't want to leave anything out.
No,
And
I'm good.
good. And again, like I said, I appreciate you coming on today. I appreciate you letting me use your music on my podcast and all the sites that social media that I have. I appreciate you doing that. And I think they're going to love the commercial that I have set aside and fixed. I think, just like you enjoyed it. And I always have a few peers that I let them see first to critique my work, and they loved it. And so I really think that the audience is going to love it. And be sure to go on YouTube and iTunes, and where else do you have your music?
I have my music on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music. What's the other one? Pandora. It's on those four sites for sure. It may be on more. If it's
Okay.
on more, I don't know all of them, but I know those are the main ones that's on.
Okay. You
And
can go there and get Stevie G's music. Um,
it's the title of the EP is Love Search by Stevie G.
okay. Love
And
Stir, sir.
the title of the single is The Epitome by Stevie G.
Okay.
So
Okay. Well, we hope that, as many that can, listen to your music and support you and purchase your music. And, we just thank you again for coming on. And, we're going to do all we can on our end to support you, continue to support you.
well,
And
my appreciation goes back at you because, you could have had somebody else on. She got me on, so thank
well, this was your day.
you. Well,
And we thank you again. So we thank the audience for watching, and we hope that you have enjoyed the show. And we'll have him on again sometime later on. And maybe when he comes out with his new music, we'll have him come on, or we might have him to sing live for us sometime. So, but we'll see what we can do. And we just
okay.
thank each and every one. We ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and also tell someone, and so that they can start watching. And we hope that they are encouraged to want to buy one of his CDs and support him as well. So until we meet again, sincerely, Sarah Tuck.
Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
I'm a laid back brother, not a player, I'm a lover. My player card retired. I want the love I desire, one that sets my soul on fire, a love that takes me higher. I don't wanna be low. I've been there, I know. No more low, only high. Good love on the fly. If you're looking for love, I'm your guy. Good love, that's right. I made mistakes that made me grow. Thought I knew love, little did I know. But you live and learn. I learned love can burn, no matter how you yearn. When it comes around, you too will learn.
Good morning, I'm Stevie G. I'm a singer-songwriter, and I have my own music out, available on most of the streaming sites. And I give my permission and my gratitude and thanks to Miss Sarah Tuck to use my music at any time she wants to. That's any of my music on any of her platforms. So thank you, Sarah, for considering me, and I appreciate you. God bless, and good luck to you in your endeavors.
A love that's sure, not insecure. I'm a laid-back brother, not a player. I'm a lover. My player card retired. I want the love I desire, one that sets my soul on fire, a love that takes me higher. I don't wanna be